What's going on, y'all? Forward Faving. We are back with a video, man. We're doing a reaction to a Somali fraudster gets caught after a bombshell ICE report exposes the arrest. So we got a lot of victimization, man, victimhood going on. People playing the victim, although they are breaking the law, committing offenses, but they want to sorrow and weep after the fact. And it's like, well, if you're gonna touch the stove and you get burned, don't be mad or complain about it. But let's go ahead and hop into this video and get further context. This is from Officer Tatum.
It was multiple people. They used a lot of force to arrest me. I actually got a scab that was healing while I was in jail.
We're following two men, and while they were following two men...
You got a scab that was healing while you were in jail. Huh?
They came and stopped at this exact area near the office.
Her hijab is still on. Lady, your burqa still on. They ain't whoop you that bad. Where you get the Jingasso at if you got the burqa on top of it? Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Jihad just lied about her involvement with ICE and said she got abused when this hamburger heifer knows she didn't get abused by nobody. Only person abusing her is probably her husband or a cousin who probably is also her husband. All right, let's get to the clips. Let's roll it. This is a press conference of what she said in this fake abuse claim. Roll the clip.
And I was waiting for these two men to hold the door for me. And I told them, hey, can you hold the door for me? And I walked right in the middle. And when I was in the middle, ICE came. They came out of their cars. They asked me to see my ID. And while they were asking me to see the ID, they just decided it was nice to be racist and say really nasty things to me. And yeah, that man, he called me the N-word, and he called me that, and then he arrested me. They arrested me. It was multiple people. They used a lot of force to arrest me. I actually got a scab that was healing while I was in jail. But they pushed me hard. They used a lot of violence. My body still hurts. I got a concussion. It's really hard for me to speak because of that concussion. They were just using a lot of force to arrest me, and I was screaming, I was crying, I was so scared. I've never been arrested in my life. I don't have a criminal record. I have a clean record.
Yet.
It was just, and then that detainment, I was detained. I was literal cuffs were put on my legs, cuffs on my hands, and I was actually detained with a Native American woman. And God bless her heart, she went through a lot too. She was also detained by ICE, and she was also a U.S. citizen, and like me, and she had gash.
Look at dude in the background. He just like, yes.
On her face. They shattered her windows. She had blood on her jeans, her corduroy jeans, and she was crying.
Not the corduroys.
Because she was with her dog. She was so scared that her dog got hurt. She was so scared for her life. We were both crying together. We were holding each other tight.
Right,
and I'll never forget.
Real quick. How many seconds I got left on this thing? You could put it in the chat. You could tell when somebody's lying is when they're telling a truthful statement. They tend to look at the camera or in this direction, right? They do this. You can see at the beginning of what she was saying, when she was talking about her detention, she's looking here. When she starts to lie, she glances down like this. Because she's gathering fake information. It didn't happen down here. This is reaching. I'm thinking of my story.
Russ said it didn't happen down here. And this is maybe Officer Tatum using his former police or Fed training, right, to understand when someone's being deceiving or deception. I'd have to agree with his statement there that you can tell by the eyes when people are lying. Now, I don't have the full context of this story to just jump out the window and be like, well. But, the sob story's got to stop, man. People, it's one thing when you're being treated incorrectly or wrongly just by the way you look. But there's got to be further context in terms of behavior. Why do they feel to target you? Why do they feel to reprimand you? Now, a lot of people are complaining more recently in terms of ICE raids and things of that sort, of how people are getting profiled. But like, welcome to America, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the land of the profiling. Like, this is nothing new. People scream and cry about it. Maybe because I'm black, I just understand that that comes with the game, right? Being an African American, that's the name of the game. But I'm not gonna be one to sit here and complain about it. You know, I believe if you're a U.S. citizen, right, and granted, right, there are some crooked cops out there. There are some crooked law enforcement or crooked agents out there, and maybe not crooked to the whole extent of they're doing dirt, but they profile you, they press you, they try to get you to maybe reveal that you're an illegal. Let's say you're not illegal, you actually are an American citizen, right? At that point, all you can do is comply and provide proper documentation, provide your ID, whatever it may be. I'm not going to sit there and argue with them, right? Because they're the ones who are enforcing the law. And now, is that, we're not arguing the morality of it, right? Because, yeah, it's wrong. But they don't have time. People naturally judge a book by its cover. People don't have time to sit here and ask you where you're from. Oh, you okay? Like, if they're pressing you just due to maybe the heightened tension of their day-to-day, I bet you ICE agents are on 10 nowadays. Just in terms of the backlash, we've seen a lot of the shootings that have been going on, the media coverage, them getting pretty much defamed in the media, right? They're probably naturally on 10. So what am I to do if they're pressing me? Hey, asking me questions, I'm just going to comply. Oh, this is messed up. Why does it have to be like that? Okay, yeah, that's likely the reality. It's messed up. But does that give me the right to not comply? Does that give me the right to say this is wrong and just get all riled up? No, you just got to keep your cool. You got to keep your cool. And people arguing the legitimacy about buying people pulling weapons on law enforcement and, you know, being rowdy and feeling like, well, you're delusional.
Up here is thinking. When you're recalling information, you recall it from this angle. When somebody look up and they're recalling information. Down here, these people are making up stuff. Up here, it's her having the confidence to tell you what really happened. And all you got to do is look at these people's body language. Easy, you can tell she's lying. I appreciate all the people who have gotten verdict already, because a ton of y'all have got time. Are you guilty? You must be pre-ordered today. When you get the checkout, these people could have committed crimes, because just because you are detained by ICE don't mean that you didn't commit a crime. That means that if you are obstructing the execution of an arrest against a real illegal alien, you're still going to get detained by ICE because you're breaking the law, and that's a federal law that you violated, and they're going to arrest you on federal charges. They're a federal law enforcement agency. So you don't break the...
And that's my point. Let them do their job. Why are you, as a civilian, getting in the way? What are you going to change, and what are you going to do? If you need to protest, protest. If you need to be an advocate, be an advocate. But try to stand in between law enforcement and doing their job would never go well. But then you complain when they reprimand you. It makes no sense to me. The law is the law. No matter if you agree with how they go about doing it, there are consequences for trying to go against the law. But we live in this clown world today, and I'm going to keep saying it. We live in this world today where people just feel like they can do what they want, and once they're punished for it, it's the sob story. Now we're going to be victims. And this is a valid point, right? In actuality, right, I'm not trying to take away from what's going on here in her particular case. But the point is, people need to understand that it's not okay to just do what you want, especially when you don't have a badge. You don't work for the government. You're not a Fed. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It makes no sense to me.
Federal law, and just because you're not illegal, you can't be detained. So this idiot probably fought them. They had to knock her window out and all this other stuff. And they know it. They know what happened. How many seconds? I got 10 seconds left. Let's finish this clip, and then we're going to show the video. I think we got the video footage of the actual arrest to prove that this lady is full of sugar honey iced tea. Roll the clip.
Like the fear that we both felt in our hearts that day.
Where the tears at?
And like, I'm so sorry if I'm getting a little emotional.
She got them crocodile tears, you heard?
If you got bludgeoned, you're going to have bruising, black eye. Where's the Band-Aid on you? You done enough, because she finna get exposed. Lady, you got a Band-Aid on your head somebody got from Walmart. or Walgreens. Where's
Bro, you can get Band-Aids anywhere. Like, what are you talking about? He said Walgreens. I'm not looking for designer Band-Aids, bro.
the mark? Where is the injury to this to get a Band-Aid that look like that on your forehead? If you got bludgeoned, you're gonna have bruising, black eye, something. But look at the detention clip.
I am 23 years old from St. Paul, and I encountered
Look like she stood on
ICE.
somebody.
I was
Minnesota's trash.
detained, or let me rephrase it as I was kidnapped by ICE. I was kidnapped from
Kidnapped.
ICE from my home. They came here, right there where I'm pointing at, and they came here. We're following two men, and while they were following two men, they came and stopped at this exact area near the office.
Her hijab is still on.
ICE handling business, man. At the end of the day, like I said, comply or access denied. That was off the whim. Anyways, man, comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts on this. Country getting rambunctious, man. Prayers out to everybody suffering, facing certain particulars. But at the end of the day, man, follow the law. Let everything fall back on the back end, right? You come to find out you're an actual citizen. Sorry, we profiled you. You're free to go. Yeah, it happens. And I think maybe like once you kind of walked in a certain lifestyle to where you kind of understand that, you're not surprised by it. But people who have been put on a pedestal, people who have never experienced maybe discrimination or, oh my God, it's racial profiling, but that happens every day in America. So comment down below, let me know y'all's thoughts, man. Peace, love, prosperity. God bless everybody. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, man. We'll see y'all in the next video.